Let me ask you something private. When was the last time self-pleasure felt as powerful, effortless, and deeply satisfying as it did when you were younger? For most men, those early years, the late teens, the 20s, were a golden era. Erections came fast, they were strong, and the sensitivity was so sharp that climax felt like an electric surge running through the entire body. But as time passes, many men quietly notice changes they don't talk about. Erections don't feel as firm. Sensation isn't as intense. The finish isn't as explosive or satisfying. And here's the truth. This isn't just about age. It's about fuel. Your body is an engine, and the foods you put inside determine how that engine performs, not only for energy, not only for heart health, but also for how alive and powerful intimacy and even self-pleasure feel. In today's video, I am Dr. Natalie Brooks. I'm going to reveal one powerful food that can bring back the vitality you thought was gone, along with several other foods that restore blood flow, sharpen sensitivity, boost stamina, and bring your masculinity back to life. By the end, you'll have a full menu to reignite performance whether alone or with a partner. Stay tuned until the very end, because the last food I'll share is one most men completely overlook, yet it can transform both your erections and the intensity of your release in ways you may not believe possible. First, let's understand why what you eat plays such a powerful role in sexual performance and pleasure. Erections are not random events. They are the result of a finely tuned mechanical and chemical system. Think of it like hydraulics. Blood must surge into the penis, fill the spongy erectile tissue, and stay there under pressure. For this to happen, three things need to be in harmony. Healthy blood vessels that can open wide, strong nitric oxide release to signal those vessels to relax, hormonal balance, and nerve function to keep signals sharp. When this system works well, erections are firm, sensitivity is heightened, and climax feels strong and complete. But when circulation weakens or nitric oxide levels decline, the entire system falters. Less blood reaches the erectile tissue. Sensations feel dulled. Release feels flat instead of powerful. Here's what most men get wrong. They think this is just aging, but the truth is it's nutrition. If your daily fuel is full of processed fats, sugar, alcohol, or junk, your arteries clog. Nitric oxide production slows, testosterone dips, and your nervous system loses its sharpness. The result? Erections weaken, sensitivity fades, and pleasure feels muted. But the good news is this: the right foods can reverse much of that damage. They can naturally boost nitric oxide, restore testosterone levels, and feed your nervous system so pleasure signals fire like they did decades ago. This isn't theory. It's science. Let's start with one of my favorite recommendations for men: beets. Beets are nature's circulation booster. They're loaded with natural nitrates, compounds your body quickly converts into nitric oxide, the very chemical that signals your arteries to relax and open wide. When nitric oxide floods your system, more blood surges through your body. And when more blood flows into the erectile tissue, erections become firmer, fuller, and more sensitive. That means masturbation doesn't feel like going through the motions. It feels alive again. Beets also help lower blood pressure, which reduces strain on your arteries and heart, and they improve stamina. That's why elite athletes drink beet juice before major competitions. The boost in endurance and oxygen delivery is measurable. Now imagine applying that stamina and circulation boost to your most intimate moments. The best part? Beets are easy to use. You can drink beetroot juice in the morning, roast them and toss into salads, blend beet powder into smoothies. Consistency is what matters. Many men report feeling noticeable changes within weeks: stronger morning erections, quicker response to arousal, and a return of sensitivity they thought was gone. Now let's talk about something that feels like a guilty pleasure but is actually a powerful ally: dark chocolate. And I don't mean candy bars filled with sugar and fillers. I mean real, high-quality dark chocolate, at least 70% cocoa. Cocoa is loaded with flavonoids, plant-based antioxidants that relax blood vessels, improve circulation, and fight the inflammation that stiffens arteries with age. Better blood flow means stronger erections. But dark chocolate does something extra. It works directly on your brain chemistry. Cocoa stimulates dopamine release, the brain's pleasure molecule. Dopamine is the same chemical that spikes when you're in love, laughing, or experiencing deep satisfaction. More dopamine equals stronger arousal, deeper excitement, and more powerful climaxes. And there's more. Dark chocolate contains magnesium and tryptophan, which calm the nervous system. Less stress means more relaxation, better blood flow, and higher sensitivity. You don't need much. A small square a few times a week is enough. Think of it less as candy and more as medicine disguised as dessert. For centuries, oysters have been considered an aphrodisiac, and science now shows why. They're loaded with zinc, a mineral essential for testosterone production. Low testosterone doesn't just reduce desire. It weakens erections, flattens climax intensity, and drains energy and motivation. When testosterone is strong, erections are firmer, desire is higher, and climax feels full and satisfying. If oysters aren't your thing, you can get zinc from pumpkin seeds, beef, chickpeas, beans. Correcting a zinc deficiency alone has reignited vitality for countless men. Suddenly, erections return with power, and orgasm intensity feels closer to what it did decades ago. This one surprises many men. Watermelon. Refreshing and sweet, it contains an amino acid called citrulline, which converts to arginine and then to nitric oxide inside your body. That means watermelon acts as a natural vasodilator, opening blood vessels and increasing pelvic blood flow. Some researchers even call it nature's Viagra. The effect is real. Eating watermelon or blending it into a smoothie can increase blood flow within hours. Over time, it reduces erectile fatigue, that frustrating issue when you can get hard but struggle to stay hard. Make watermelon a regular part of your diet, and you'll notice faster response, better firmness, and longer-lasting stamina. Erections aren't just about blood flow. They're about nerve health, and that's where walnuts come in. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which keep arteries flexible and blood vessels responsive. But more importantly, they support nerve function. Your nerves are what carry pleasure signals from brain to body. When they weaken, sensitivity fades. That's why some men in midlife describe feeling numb down there. Walnuts restore the nervous system by providing the essential fats it needs. A handful of walnuts daily or other omega-rich foods like salmon or flaxseed can bring back sharper sensations and more powerful releases. And now, the overlooked powerhouse, pomegranate. Pomegranates are loaded with antioxidants more than most other fruits. They protect blood vessels, reduce plaque, and improve circulation. Stronger arteries mean stronger erections, period. But here's the kicker. Pomegranate also supports testosterone. Studies show regular pomegranate juice can raise testosterone and improve mood. That means not just firmer erections, but stronger desire and more satisfying orgasms. Many men describe climax after pomegranate as fuller, deeper, and more draining in the best possible way. It feels closer to those breathless, body-shaking releases of your 20s. Enjoy it as seeds, whole fruit, or pure juice. Just avoid sugar-loaded blends. The natural fruit is where the magic lies. Gentlemen, if you want intimacy, whether solo or with a partner, to feel as alive as it did decades ago, you don't need gimmicks, pills, or quick fixes. You need fuel. Each food we've talked about today works on a different system. Beets boost nitric oxide and stamina. Dark chocolate enhances circulation and pleasure chemistry. Oysters and zinc foods restore testosterone. Watermelon relaxes arteries for stronger erections. Walnuts nourish nerves and circulation. Pomegranate powers both blood flow and testosterone. Together, they rebuild the foundation of male vitality: blood flow, hormones, nerves, and pleasure. And remember, it's not just about performance. It's about confidence, energy, and feeling fully alive again. With the right nutrition, your body can still surprise you. I'm Dr. Natalie Brooks, reminding you, your best days aren't behind you. They're waiting, if you give your body the right tools. If you found this valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share it with a friend who deserves to know that age doesn't define vitality. Your body is capable of more than you think. Fuel it right and experience pleasure and power like you did decades ago.